and welcome to a random ass video. It's gonna be called random video. Right now I'm gonna try doing Roblox for you guys probably do, like video games, upload, and try and upload another video for you guys.
Okay, I managed to get the kettle on, so we're gonna have a good cup of coffee this morning.
As the water boiled, he watched the lion's every move. The male lion never looked away. Eventually, as it bored, the lion's
Build 4 new
disappearing
stores,
around the corner of the cabin.
apprehend burgers in second, and return.
Morning, he never.
She's making herself comfortable. Making herself comfortable on our stoop, on our kitchen. The bedtime students are coming for breakfast. They've seen her. She's there. Where's Namal? Namal. It's over there. Let's go see the Mal better. Busy boiling a...
Yeah, I'm sorry for not talking much.
And, there's the Mal. Hey, I'm just trying to get some coffee here. Yeah. Got no respect for people that need coffee in the mornings. Okay, guys, can you don't walk through our house? You're definitely gonna walk through our house now, aren't you? Into our kitchen. That's our kitchen, our dining room, and there goes the lions. So they're gonna walk straight through our kitchen now.
Just when Dylan thought it was over, the lion and his lioness entered his campsite while he was enjoying his coffee in the beautiful sun. Who knows what they'll do afterward? Let's move on to our 9th 3D encounter. We'll send shivers down your spine. On October 17th, 2023, this man was lying alone in his tent, deep in the forest, after being tired from a long day camping. Everything was going well until this moment when he noticed a heavy rustling in the nearby tree.
Do 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 do.
It was not some paranormal creature, but a live giant bear roaming around his tent. He barely breathed as the bear's claws tore through the vent, inches from him. He tried to distract it, but instead caught a glimpse of its fierce eyes. The beast growled, shaking his entire tent. At this moment, he wished nothing but to get out.
More general stories.
leaving him shaken. Grateful to be alive. On the 26th of October 2022, this YouTuber with the channel name of Creepy Outdoors decided to visit the forest late at night. After setting up his camping gear, he got up for a late night walk in the forest.
Well, at least it'll be a lot easier to walk through here. Man, this place is so lonely. Imagine just being lost out here. It feels like this would never end.
He thought he was all alone, as there were no signs of any other campers in the woods. His thoughts were about to bring him horrifying consequences.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh, boy.
A voice out of nowhere that claims voice. This man kept searching here and there, thinking that it must be some human pulling a prank on him, but he was wrong. There were no signs of humans nearby. So what was that voice? Who made that creepy sound to scare him off?
Ooh. Okay. That was fucking creepy. I need to get out of here. Ooh. Okay. Talking about Wishblair Project.
Some mysteries don't carry an answer along with them. Maybe that's what makes them even more terrifying. Camping can bring us closer to nature. But these eerie encounters show it might also bring us too close to things we cannot explain. From ghostly voices and strange creatures to fierce animals and mysterious figures, these stories remind us how unpredictable and terrifying the wilderness can be. Even the bravest campers sometimes meet horrors they wish they'd never seen. So, will you ever dare to camp out alone? For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.
Hey, so I want a new credit card to grow my credit. Now Experian can help me find credit cards with no ding decline. Now, these cards won't ding my credit if I'm not approved.
No ding?
No ding.
Yeah.
Get the free Experian app today.
Progress almost finished.
It takes a long ass time. When it comes to games like these.
There's definitely someone out there. Fuck sakes. You do that? Look at that.
Camping alone in the woods always feels adventurous, but this time was different.
You can see I had some kids earlier just running about, messing about. So
strange noises broke the silence, escalating from subtle to alarming.
Cool, man.
While searching with just a flashlight, the camper was unaware that eerie calls from nearby foxes were the true source of the disturbance. The beginning of the video shows two friends recording a vlog while driving to their camping spot. After reaching their destination, they take in the view and decide to start setting up camp immediately.
So, we've got the tent up. Well, one of the things went tight in at the bottom, so it's a little bit gappy.
Throughout the video, they express their concerns about unruly farmers and vandals around the area where they are camping.
Being herded onto the field and the mountainside by a quad, so we're just going to hide up here.
Despite this, they decide to leave their tents and car alone while walking their dogs, only to see this afterward.
Coming back from the car from our camp, I have 4 flat tires and a smashed windscreen.
Unfortunately, the culprit's identity remains a mystery, so they aren't able to do anything. Camping dangers include wildlife encounters, harsh weather, injuries, getting lost, dehydration, and exposure to poisonous plants or insects. Additionally, you can encounter dangerous people during a trip, or worse, come face to face with something far more terrifying. Bigfoot is a widely debated myth, with no scientific evidence proving its existence despite numerous alleged sightings and stories. Despite this, seeing videos like these still doesn't fail to terrify us, making us ask, what if they really are real? But what do you think? Do these creatures really traverse our woods? Taylor Van Beek, an experienced camper and YouTuber, starts the video by talking to the viewers as usual. After a short introduction, he immediately records himself going on a camping trip using his truck as his camp.
Hang out in the crib while I get a bit to myself. We are hitting the sheets. I will see y'all in the morning. Good night.
The video continues normally, with Taylor cooking food outside his truck and having a great time on the trip. Finally, he proceeds to go to sleep, ending the video when suddenly he is forced to record again after this happens.
So I don't know what the heck's going on, but I think I just heard some gunshots right outside my truck. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the house because I'm kind of freaked out right now.
After hearing the gunshots, he wisely decides to head home for the night. After setting up camp deep inside a secluded forest, this man can be seen preparing his food while he waits for the night. While waiting for the noodles to cook, he decides to have a drink first, but all of a sudden he gets interrupted. The man's face is visibly terrified and uneasy after what he just heard, and he's not talking to the camera anymore and is trying to focus on the footsteps.
Sorry about that, y'all.
The footsteps
It was
get
a
louder and louder,
neighbor
leaving him
of
no
mine.
choice but to stand up and prepare for the worst.
So,
After standing up and
okay.
looking around,
Woo,
the
that's it
footsteps
at the
gradually
morning.
disappear as he tries his best to locate the source.
There's that noise again now.
I found it. Boop, boop.
Unfortunately, the source of the footsteps is still unknown, and he fails to identify it.
Boop.
Campers coming across mysterious and strange occurrences in the woods
By
is
floor,
not new.
and I'm
Being
good.
alone and away from civilization, they are bound to
Okay,
encounter the one way or another.
let's try
But this
weed.
camper unexpectedly manages to record something both alluring and terrifying.
No, that's nothing. That's just Amber's plane that you see the things across the screen. But you know what? Whoa! Now did you see what I'm talking about?
This camper continues recording the woods and explains that he has been seeing these things for a while now. Just as he was about to end the video, though, this happened. Despite the potentially dangerous situation he is currently in, he continues recording the phenomena and even decides to stay the night. Thankfully, he manages to finish the trip unharmed, but undoubtedly frightened. Camping is undoubtedly one of the scariest activities you can do alone. This is because of the multiple risks associated with isolating yourself in a remote spot. Besides animals, campers also find themselves in danger of fellow humans who are up to no good.
Pretty good.
Get it lit up here. Oh yeah.
In this encounter, the camper can be seen preparing his dinner after a long day of looking for a camping spot and setting up everything he needs for his camp to be complete. Unfortunately for him, something unexpected happens. The man picks up his firearm and tries his best to remain calm while still expecting the worst to happen. Luckily for him, he remains safe and decides to leave first thing in the morning. In this terrifying encounter, Grizzly Gaz, a wildlife enthusiast and camping YouTuber, sets up camp in the middle of the forest with his dog, hoping to get through the night safely and smoothly. Throughout this camping trip, he can already be heard expressing his concerns about the camping spit
Let's
he is
try
in, as he can reportedly hear strange noises coming from the woods. Unfortunately for him, the strange sounds would become the least of his worries after something extremely horrifying happens. He immediately decides to leave the camp after the frightening event that transpired. In this horrifying encounter, a group of campers stumbles upon a blood-curdling sight after investigating strange noises in the woods.
I hope you guys actually like this.
The group can be seen recording the creature traversing the forest as it passes from one tree to another, when suddenly it disappears. Moments later, the frightening creature slowly reveals itself again, but this time it becomes the one stalking the group. Horrified and paralyzed by the sight of the mysterious creature staring at them, they are left with no other choice but to do this. The clip cuts abruptly, which leaves us guessing what will happen next. Camping is usually a fun activity to do with friends and family, but it can quickly turn terrifying if you're alone. This woman can be seen preparing her dinner for her birthday while camping.
Good things come to those who wait. But great things, those go to the ones who create, innovate, celebrate. That's how Elijah Craig came to be known as the father of bourbon. And it's why we craft our award-winning small batch bourbon for you. The ones who always bring their best to the table and bring others along for the ride. That's the greatness.
In the woods.
I think dinner's ready. Yummy. It's done.
After cooking, she proceeds to eat her dinner outside her tent when she suddenly hears strange sounds deep in the woods. Unfortunately, the sounds aren't that audible in the video.
There it is again. You might have to turn it up to hear it.
What's audible, though, is the terror in her voice as she continues hearing the strange sounds in the dark. After eating her dinner, she shockingly decides that it would be a good idea to walk around and explore the woods. Thankfully, she manages to go back to her tent unharmed.
No.
This encounter begins normally at first, with our camper talking to the camera and showing the spoon he carved out of wood. He continues talking to the audience for a while, until he finally decides to call it a night and goes to sleep.
Making good progress on my spoon.
I always gotta check the camera because of the time.
I think I'm done with it for the night.
This is where the tragedy begins, as he is suddenly woken up by something strange. The way he describes the encounter is terrifying.
I was woke up by something I've never heard in my life.
After hearing strange sounds again, he surprisingly decides to check the source of the sound. What he captures on camera will undoubtedly keep you up at night.
There's 2 or 3 of them. It's still
He fails to see the eyes staring at him, but thankfully, he manages to remain unharmed. This group of paranormal investigators from the YouTube channel named Moxley's Paranormal World decide to venture into a haunted forest far from any civilization.
We've learned all sorts of voices, bird, a lot of voices, and talk and stuff.
Do 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 do
Their
do.
investigation starts slow, with the group struggling to capture any significant signs of paranormal activity in the woods.
It's not there, I told you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Persistent and hopeful, they continue their exploration when they finally manage to record something strange while roaming around.
Did you hear that fight?
They decide to take a break from exploring the forest after this, but it seems like they become the ones being hunted instead.
We're talking.
After a while, they finally decided that it was safe enough to sleep. Camping is already a dangerous and scary activity in and of itself, but some people like this group of paranormal investigators take it up a notch, walking around forests and abandoned buildings near their camps.
It might be just not something normal, but just not normal.
In this encounter, the group can be seen exploring the forest after leaving the camp. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary, but suddenly they hear this.
Did you hear that noise then?
Understandably freaked out, they hesitate to continue the journey, but in the end, they remain unwavering. But this proves to be a risky decision after they see something in the trees beside them. Surprisingly, they decide to ignore this sign and continue walking through the dark forest, searching for dangers lurking ahead. The encounter ends a few minutes later, with them safely back at camp. These men decided that it would be a good idea to go camping using only items they brought from Temu. Encountering problems while setting up their camp, they persevere, and everything starts lining up with their plan. After finally finishing the setup, they go on with their vlog until night. They then decide to go to sleep, as they plan to wake up early the next day, but something forces them to change their plans.
Oh, what was that?
Do do
After hearing
do
strange noises
do
coming from the
do
woods, they
do.
decide to explore it
Da
and
da
locate the source of the
da
sound.
da
What
da
they found
da
probably haunt your dreams.
Oh, what the hell is right there?
Yo! What the?
They decide that it would be a bad idea to follow the guy, which is wise of them, as following him could easily lead them to disaster. They go back to camp and leave the area first thing in the morning. Trying to get some sleep while camping at random establishment parking lots is already scary enough on its own. But what would you do if you were camping in a parking lot and saw this when looking out your window? Personally, I would have driven off the first chance I got. But this camper decides to stick around and observe the strange man. What he's doing is dangerous, as there is no telling what the man will do if he sees him filming. He finally cuts the recording after the man starts leaving the parking lot. This van camper YouTuber takes on the challenge of camping in a park that heavily discourages camping. Thinking he was going to be alone, he was shocked to see others doing the same thing.
What the fucking hell's going on? Someone's just pulled up and popping and run off the button.
He expresses his concerns about other people being near, but ultimately decides to push through. Unfortunately, his worries become a reality as something terrifying happens. In the end, he decides to move to another area to camp, avoiding potential danger. Well-known YouTubers. Sam and Colby invite their friends to go on a camping trip to a rumoured haunted forest. Little did they know that they would experience the paranormal activities firsthand after this happened.
Like he's roaming. Yeah, he's roaming. He's roaming around. It's not like a whistle. Oh,
Despite the strange noises, they decide that it would be a good idea to explore the forest. Unfortunately for them, it seemed like they were being stalked.
Holy shit, that's so close. Yeah.
Oh, are we sure?
Here we go.
Thankfully, they managed to get out of this frightening encounter safely. The winter camp began like any other, a fire, food, and the cold night setting in. But then things took a turn.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Strange, eerie laughter drifted on the wind. Was someone out there?
I've got a knife in here. I've got a knife. I've got a knife.
The sounds grew closer, footsteps joining the laughter. Whatever it is, it's circling the camp. He planned a quiet night of camping, but the valley had other plans. In the middle of the night, a strange noise woke him up. A branch snapped, like footsteps near the tent.
Hi. I hear you.
He tried to sleep, but the noises got close.
2 parts of Local 1707 on the silence acute. 1 part of Lieutenant Core. Up. Perfect.
¿Qué sabe este chico sobre tequila?
I just like the taste.
Closer. shouted into the night, hoping to scare off whatever was out
Hope
there.
this is all.
But